we were at a funeral service, and the first time I ever heard him preach, and I thought the Lord blessed him so well. And you know, I think he's still doing the same thing as he did back then. He blessed him so well, and you know, I feel like today that brother Jason's the Lord has really blessed him, and I feel the least among my brethren, and I don't have no intentions of been up here no long time, but you know, I want to mind the Spirit of the Lord, and I thank God that I've got another daughter that has fell out with sin, fell out with old Satan, and a son-in-law has fell out with sin, and I can remember back the day that I did, and it's not been no bed of roses since then, but I've always had the Lord with me, and Jesus said that when we're down in the valley, he said, I'll be in the valley with you. Yeah. He'll be right there, and I'm going to read just about three lines right here. This is out of the book of Matthew, the 4th chapter, the 17th verse. It said, from that time Jesus began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And I want to say today that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and we've got our own choice to make which way that we're going to go. And I want you to realize today that hell is just as real as heaven is. The Lord never made heaven or hell for us. He made it for the devil and his angels. You see, back in the glory land, back in heaven, there was a warfare there one time. Old Satan and his angels against the Lord's angels, and old Satan and his angels prevaileth not, and the Lord made hell for them, and they kicked them out, and they're down there today, and you know, a lot of the ones that the Lord has made it, or let us have our own choice. When he sent Jesus, you know, he searched the heavens and even underneath of the under earth, and there was nobody good enough to be the supreme sacrifice but Jesus himself, the only Son of God. And the Bible don't exactly say this, but I believe that Jesus said, Father, I will go down there. You see, the Bible tells us, call no man Father, but we only have one, and that's the Father that's in heaven sitting on the throne today. And you know that I believe that my dad, and I believe that my mother, and one of the brothers already preached about they'll see them over there. And you know, maybe when I get to glory land, well, preacher, are you going there? Yes, I've got that. I've got the great promise of the Lord that I can go there. And you know that I've got him in the depths of my heart. Now, children, I want to tell you today that a lot of times that we put a lot of faith or put a lot of emphasis on the word Christian. Well, that's all right, I guess, but I want to tell you, Christian is not going to get you nowhere but salvation of the Lord. Salvation is of God right in the depth of our heart, and you know that there's many times that we get down in the valley, but Jesus said, I'll be the lily of the valley, and he will be right there. And the time gets so tough that we can't handle it. Jesus will pick us up and carry us a little bit, and it's been so good to be here today, children. I want to tell you that if there's one here that don't have the Lord in their life today, and I'm not talking about saying I'm a Christian and having your name on a church book somewhere, but you know, I want to say to each and every one that's here today that you might have your name on a church book different than the United Baptist, but if you've got salvation of God in your heart, you're my brother or sister in the Lord. I don't care where you go to church at. You know, one time that Jesus, he was inside. The man come and said, Master, your mother and your brother is outside. Brother, they're desiring to speak of you. And Jesus said, who is my mother and brother? and he held his hands out over the disciples, and he said, my mother and my brother and my sister, and that's why that I want to say to each and every one here today, if you've got the Lord in your life, you are my mother, my brother, my sister, you are my family, no matter where it would be, but you might be here today and not have the Lord in your life, and you think like I used to think, I've got to get myself good enough. Well, for a couple of days I could quit using foul language, and I could quit this and that, but I didn't have the help of the Lord. I'd be right back down in the old filth with old Satan. But I'll tell you today, church, when you get the Lord in your life, you don't worry about anything. The Bible said to clean up the inside of the saucer and the cup, and brothers, the outside will come clean also. What is the Lord talking about? Get God in your heart, and He will clean her up for you. You see, I do the same thing that I want to do, just like I wanted it used to be. But my want-tos are different today. I used to want to do the things of the world. But children today, I want to do the things of the Lord. It is so wonderful today. But you know, we think we have to get ourselves good enough. We cannot do that. Invite the Lord in your life. He said, today you give me your whole heart. Brother, today I'll be found with you. Oh, what a wonderful day that it's going to be. Children, only the pure in heart, only the pure in heart will see the Lord. We'll go over to glory land. But you know, one of the brothers preached a while ago that we're all going to stand before the Lord. But I know one day after a while, Jesus is going to split the eastern sky. Brother Jason Lowry, you might remember, old Brother Sonny Miracle back in Pike County. He told us one time he was in the pulpit. I'll never forget. I did love to hear him preach. And he said he was working on the state highway out there, and he saw a big old fluffy cloud, a big old white cloud coming from the east. And Brother Jason, he told the other worker, boy, get back. That might be my ride coming right